Hi guys, my name is Zin and this is Maybe Bonsai. As you can see, it's raining. The temperature has kind of gone down again, and I realized that it's only March, and usually the temperature warms up in May. There's usually a snow in April, so it's quite early, which I have taken back all the trees. I left out some of the hardier ones, but the rest, like the Japanese maples and so, I put them all back, except for this big one. It hasn't gone down to too cold, so I left that one out. But yeah, the rest of the other stuff I took it back in. Probably have to wait, I don't know how long, to bring it back out again. It has been raining a lot lately, so all my water, it's almost full now, so that's good. This is how I collect them. This kind of doubles up, so yeah, it collects quite fast. Anyway, let's head back inside. It's raining. All right, I'm back upstairs, and in front of me are 3 new plants that I got. I was at the KW Bonsai trunk swap. It's called trunk swap because we swap trunks of trees. And these are actually, I bought them from Connor. You've probably seen Connor from Nigel's videos. And he's had these as cuttings. I give him $20 and I got all 3 of these. So yeah. So on my left is a hibiscus. It's the hardier kind. I think the name of it they mentioned was like ice queen or snow queen or something like that. But it's a hardier species of the hibiscus family. And it's got a nice trunk movement going over here. I think this was from a cutting. I'm not going to do anything to this right now. I'm probably going to let it grow for this season and then prune it back either in the middle of the season or at the end. It's growing quite vigorously. I can't wait for the weather to get warmer so I can actually put this outside. My lighting inside is not that strong, as I mentioned before. And I know Connor's had a lot of, he's got really high energy lights. So the growth is really good. So hopefully it does okay before I have the chance to bring it outside. So in the middle is a natal plum, and this I'm not too familiar with, but I've seen this in our meetings a lot actually. A couple guys have these and they grow really well, and they're pretty easy to keep alive from what I understand. So the tree has already got a nice shape to it. I'm not too sure exactly what size I'll keep these, or not for these 2. So I'll let it grow and see where it goes, and I'll decide after that. So on my right, this is a serissa. I guess it's a variegated serissa. This one I think I'll keep it small. Just maybe just in this pot, keep it. This is probably as tall as it goes, and I might let it grow. Actually, I'm gonna probably take this branch off. It's a dead branch as far as I can tell. All the buds on it, or all the leaves are dead, so I think I might take that off. But everything else looks fine. I'll probably let this grow, and then mid-season I'll probably cut it back. Maybe I'll cut it back fairly hard. So because this is as tall as the tree I want to get, I'll probably try to prune it so that it can develop a flat canopy, not flat, but a nice dome shape. So yeah, let me take that off. Oh, some of the leaves fell as well. So yeah, I might wire this. I don't know yet. The wood seems pretty hard. I don't know if I could wire it. I mean, you can. I'm sure you can bend it with the right gauge of wire, but I'm not. I'm not good at wiring, so I don't know. I'll just let it grow for now and see where it goes. So yeah, like I said, every one of these came from Connor, and they all look really nice. I'm pretty happy with it. And then I also met Nigel for the first time in person. I've seen Connor once before, but it was very, very nice to see everybody in person because I only joined the club the KW club, you know, a few months ago, and we never met. You know, everything was online, so it was really nice to see everybody in person. And you can see me. You can actually see me in Nigel's video as well. So yeah, it was very very nice to see people in general, and just talk for a while. You know, it was good. So yeah, everything I have indoors so far is growing really well. I'll take you through that in a bit. But yeah, these are the 3 new additions, and I'm quite excited for these. So this is a new, especially the natal plum. It's a new species that I've only seen in videos, so it's nice to have it. Let's just rotate this so you can see the other side of it. And you know, all 3 of these has decent shape. This one's more of an upright style, but you know, it's got a nice bend at the top. Maybe I'll do something with that, and maybe I'll wire it, you know, whatever. So yeah, okay, so I'll take you through the indoor stuff for a short update. So let's start with the most noticeable one, which is the pomegranate. It has really taken off after the last pruning. As you can see, all these guys here, these are all new shoots. They just want to go really high up, and the inner nodes are really long, so that's got to be fixed. I'll eventually prune these back as well. I mean, this thing just wants to go up and up and up. This was a dwarf jade that I pruned before, and as you can see, the leaves are all coming back in. Again, with the really big leaves, I guess I'll have to wait until this goes outside to get the nice condensed compact leaves that are kind of, you know, fat and juicy. This is like more like quite flat, you know. I don't know what I'm not sure if it's because of my watering or something else, or I'm not sure. At the bottom, this was a cutting from this tree that I planted. It looks good, but I don't know if it's probably doesn't have any roots right now. I mean, it hasn't been that long, so I'm not sure how long it takes for these to root. But it looks okay, so that's good. And then in the corner here, another cutting, which looks okay as well. The bottom leaves are kind of shriveled up, but I think that's normal. I'll just leave them in there until I know more. So I'll go to the other side. So these are some of the cuttings of the Schefflera. This was the top of the Schefflera that I did before, and it's growing. As you can see, the new shoot, the new leaf. And then this was another part of the same tree. These are all new leaves that came out. It basically was a stick before, and everything came out fairly well. So, and then this was another part of it, but actually no, sorry, this is the other one, the non-variegated Schefflera. Yeah, it's growing. So I think all the Scheffleras are rooted really easily. So you know, it's a good tree for beginners. You know, it's almost impossible to kill. So in the aquarium, let me take the lid off. So at the corner here, I have the variegated dwarf jade that I kind of pruned back and repotted. I have to say it's not doing that well. I mean, the leaves doesn't look good, and I have seen new leaves, but it's just not you know, it's not as vigorous as the other non-variegated jade. So I moved it in the aquarium today because it's hotter in here and it's more humid in here, so I think it'll be good for the plant, and hopefully it recovers, but it doesn't look that good. I did pinch the trunk, and it does seem pretty solid right now, so I think it's, you know, it's fine for now, and yeah, hopefully it'll recover. So here is the hibiscus. This is the one from last year that I pruned back over here quite hard. And I left this branch on, And so right now you can see it's growing, it's getting new leaves and new branches. This bud at the joint there, it finally pushed out after I don't know how many weeks. And then there's a little bit of a sucker at the bottom here that's growing as well. I keep pinching it off, but it just wants to grow there. So I decided to just leave it and let it grow. Yeah. So up here, we have the silk tree. As you can see, it's growing quite well. I pruned it back a couple of times already, and it just wants to keep going up. But I'm happy that the lower branch, it's coming out more now, as you can see. Before they were pushing out really slowly, and I was kind of worried, but now it's actually coming out quite good. This, I will most likely again prune it probably halfway through the season. Yeah, probably the top, a lot of the top have to go. I don't want this tree to get too tall, I think. Yeah, if it's too big, I don't know if I have room indoors to keep it, so I need to keep it quite short. Unless I have a different setup, obviously. I might do that, I don't know yet. But yeah, but I also have to prune this for taper. It's right now it's just one long stick, and there is some taper, just natural trunk taper, but it's not that drastic. So I'll probably prune the top back this season and go from there. These are a couple of the lychee trees, which is still looking the same. They just have that new leaf, but yeah, I wonder, I wonder how fast these will grow once we get to the summer. And I do hope it grows quite well once we get there. And I might just wire the trunk for some, just for the shape of it. Because right now it's too straight. Here I am in the garage. This is the honeysuckle, or at least what people has identified it as honeysuckle. I brought this outside for a couple of days, and the temperature dropped, near zero, and it wasn't doing that well. As you can see, the leaves are kind of dried up. So I brought it back in. It's got new growth at the top, so it's fine. It's still alive. It's just, I guess I brought it out too early, and I should have brought it back during the nights. But yeah, but it's not dead, and it's still growing. It just, I guess you have to really be careful in this time of the year. It's a lesson learned for me, I guess. If you bring it out too early, if it's plus 10 or more during the day, and it's like almost 0 during the night, it doesn't do well. So I'm going to keep this in here probably until the temperature stabilizes to, at least 8 or 9, I would say, during night. So yeah, that kind of sucked. So these are all the other stuff that I brought back in. This is starting to leaf now, actually. I'm not sure what this is, but something I collected. And I have to keep it in here because I can't bring it outside anymore. It's just not warm enough. And then these are some of the maples. They're trying to leaf out, but they haven't yet, which is good. I left these out in the rain to get some water. But yeah, these guys, they have to wait until probably at least April, I would think. And it's hard to control the temperature. In the garage, it's a bit hard to control the state of the trees. It's good, it's protected in here, definitely. But once you get to like March and April is probably easier because April is warmer, but March, especially this March has been quite warm. So the leaves are pushing out on a lot of these, like this is the Japanese maple, and you can see the leaves are coming out right now. And I can't really stop that. I can't move it outside. Well, I could, but I will have to move it outside and move it back in and, do the dance. But I honestly, it's not that I don't have time. It's just that I might forget. My memory is not that good anymore. So I keep forgetting stuff. So I'm really afraid to leave it outside in the day and then forget to take it back at night and then lose the tree. But the problem indoors is that it's too warm. Like it's about, I don't know, 5 to 10 degrees in here. And I guess that's a bit too warm, so the trees are pushing out leaves. The problem with that is once the leaves come out, you can't really burn it outside, so you have to leave it in here. And you know, the sun, I don't get that much sun in here, right? So that's problem number one. And you might get elongated, you know, branches and stuff as the, and then you're gonna get upright growth because they're gonna reach for the light. But I have no choice. I have to leave it in here. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. You know, I hope that the temperature gets warmer faster, but who knows? So yeah, that's all the update today, guys. Thanks for watching.